Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. Happy Friday to everybody. Shabbat Shalom. If you are new here, welcome, and thank you so much for your subscription. Welcome to the channel. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. Hi. So the way that this channel works is, if you are not familiar to my channel, I am a tarot reader, and all my donation information can be found pinned at the top of the chat, throughout the chat, and also in the information for the live stream itself. And I can answer any of your questions, with the exception of medical and or legal questions. Today I am using the absolutely beautiful Light Seers Tarot deck. This is by Chris Ann. We love her. I also have her the Muse Tarot deck. We love that. So we are using that today. It's a very beautiful deck. Also, just heads up, this will not be a very long session today. I have to go to synagogue tonight. I'll be leaving at 4:40. So this will likely be just about an hour. I usually go on for a minimum of 2 hours when I live stream. That's always been my thing. But if I have somewhere to go, then sometimes it is shortened. That is one of those days today. So if you do have a question, please don't wait or hesitate, because I will not be on for very long tonight. I will be on for just about an hour. So yes, I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical or legal questions. I answer all sorts of questions, lots of romance questions, lots of spiritual questions, finance, career. You name it, I've likely answered it. And my menu is also posted in the video. I offer mini readings for $7.77. Those consist of one question, 5 cards. They're $7.77 if you donate using Venmo, Cashapp, or PayPal. If you need to use SuperChat, then it is $9.99. I also have my full reading, which consists of 10 cards, and that can be one question, or it can be divided into 2 mini questions, and that is $14.14 unless you use SuperChat, in which it is $20.20. And then I have my in-depth reading, which is 15 cards. That can also be one question, or split into 2, one 10-card, one 5, or split into 3 5-card readings, and that is $21.21. Or if you decide to use SuperChat, it is $29.29. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. I can communicate with those who are no longer on this earthly realm. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know before sending your donation. It's always a deep honor for me to read for anybody in any context, but especially mediumship readings, just due to the sensitive nature of what they are. But I do need the name of the person who you are trying to get into contact with, their relation to you, their date of passing, and their date of birth. It's extremely helpful if you can also additionally send me a photograph, but it's not mandatory. It just really helps. But that just helps me get in touch with the person who you need to get in touch with. And we just received our first donation. Hey, Kay, how are you doing, my friend? Long time no see. I hope you are doing well today. Happy Friday to you. I'm doing well. I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Were you interested in? Did you want to do a 15-card reading today, Kay? 15 card general. You got it. You got it. All right. Alright, let's get right on into this. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Kay with any and all messages that he needs to hear at this time. Thank you. Okay. We have 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles reversed, Justice reversed, the Star, 6 of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Wands reversed, 9 of Cups reversed, 8 of Pentacles, Strength, 9 of Swords reversed, the Chariot reversed, the Moon reversed, King of Wands, Page of Wands reversed, and Queen of Pentacles. Wow, we have both of your cards here. Okay, we have Strength and we have the King of Wands. Both the Leo cards showed up. Okay. All right, where do I start? Where do we start here? 10 of Cups. I'm going to start just right at the beginning. This 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands reversed, and the Chariot reversed. This is telling me, well, the 10 of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful card. I don't want to say it's famous for being one of the best cards in the deck, but I was watching a television show the other day, and one of the characters read tarot, and at first they didn't mention any of the cards. She just said, "Oh, I see you getting into a boat accident." And so the girl freaks out, and then she goes back to her the next day, and she was like, "Alexis, I didn't finish your reading for you. The last card was actually the 10 of Cups." And she was like, "What does that mean?" She was like, "It means that pretty much happily ever after." I think that was what she said in the show. But I really loved that because I know what card she was reading when she was saying, "Oh, you're going to get in a boat and you're going to be in a crash." It was obviously the 6 of Swords. but I liked that they mentioned that at the end of the show. But yeah, the Ten of Cups is famously just like ultimate contentment, ultimate harmony, satisfaction, no need or desire for or want of really anything. Whatever your idea of ultimate contentment and satisfaction and happiness is, um, is well, that's essentially what it is. Is it's your specific idea of what happiness is, emotional fulfillment, harmony, um, and just abundant, a sense of abundance. Um, I think it's also in specifically in your case, I think it's a clear indicator when paired with the Six of Wands reverse and the Chariot reverse that you have a very I think that you have a pretty strong, and correct me if you think that I'm wrong, but I think that you have a pretty strong vision, a pretty specific vision as to what it is you want in this life, at least at the present moment. What would be most ideal for you? What would bring you like what would put a smile on your face at all times? What would like bring, you have a good, I think you have a really solid idea of what would bring you um, satisfaction and contentment at this present time. However, we have it paired with the Six of Wands reversed and the Chariot reversed, which is indicating Six of Wands reversed is usually a sign, two signs, either or, a feeling of failure or defeat. Um, oh my goodness, E! I almost called you by a different name. Hey E, how you doing, buddy? Shabbat shalom. Um, yeah, Six of Wands reversed. Not it. It does. It does have a definition of a sense of defeat, a sense of failure. Um, but it could also be it's also a reminder for the querent to stay focused on your own journey, to stay focused in the present moment, um, and to not to do your best to disallow yourself from um, being swayed by society's metrics of what success is deemed, if that makes sense. Um, really, that's hilarious. Well, I mean, that's not hilarious. I hope you're doing well in health and legally. But yeah, no, you clearly came to the right place. And then when we have this Chariot reversed underneath, because I'm getting this message of, I'm getting this energy of like remind Kay to stay in the present moment, to harness the present moment, which isn't to say that you don't. You're a Leo, and I do feel like you're very good at harnessing the present moment and utilizing all of your resources to their greatest advantage and to your greatest advantage. But when we have both the Six of Wands reversed and then the Chariot reversed, the Chariot reversed is a sign that either things are not moving forward in this Ten of Cups direction that you'd like to see things move forward, or you are not implementing you're not taking certain actions in order to make those come to fruition. And when I say that, I mean it's not that you're not doing everything that you can to make the things happen that you want to make happen. It's more that there's only so much that you can do. And I think we've talked about this in the past too, especially with you being a Leo. Leos are very dynamic and are very, very powerful and are natural born leaders, take action, usually have a pretty strong sense of control in their lives and the direction in which it's in the direction in which it's moving. And this is telling me, this Chariot reverse card is telling me that you likely feel as though things are not moving in this Ten of Cups direction, and or a feeling of frustration due to the fact that there's only so much that you can do in order to manifest this Ten of Cups destiny, which is out there for you for the taking. But as I mentioned with the Six of Wands reversed, your journey is unique to you and you alone. Sometimes people find their ultimate happiness and success very early in life. Sometimes it happens a little later for other people. But your journey is unique to you and you alone, and you're definitely on the right path. You just may feel like it's not moving forward. But what I'm seeing here is Spirit saying that you're on the right path. You're doing everything that you can do, and the best that you can do, and you will see the results of that. But they don't, as you know, they don't happen overnight. Then we come. Then we come to this Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, and the Moon reversed here. And I noticed that this was actually the first column that I noticed. This Nine of Pentacles reversed is often indicative of a fear of giving up independence. It could also be a signifier of a lack of a work-life balance. It could also signify feelings of material instability or financial instability. But I think most importantly with the Nine of Pentacles reversed is, I think in large part it's a reminder to an indicator or a reminder to, for the querent being you, okay, to evaluate your life with what is no longer aligned with your current vibration and your current sense of self-worth and value, which can be a tricky balance to manage, but it's absolutely not impossible, and it's well within your reach. And we'll get to that more in a sec as well, because I'm seeing more of that in further on in this thread. And then we have the Nine of Cups reversed here, right underneath Nine of Pentacles reversed, and then this Nine of Cups reversed. Nine of Cups reversed is dissatisfied. I mean, we've got this Ten of Cups upright, but then we have this Nine of Cups reversed. Nine of Cups obviously comes right before the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a beautiful card. So is Nine of Cups, but it's like the precursor to the beautiful Ten of Cups. And we do have it in its reverse position, which is telling me that you feel close to this Ten of Cups, but you also feel a bit, correct me if I'm wrong, but you also feel a bit powerless in regards to making this happen sooner than later. Nine of Cups is also a card of contentment. I see it more as wish fulfillment, which is definitely definitely leads to contentment for sure when our wishes have been fulfilled. But when it's reversed, yeah, it's a sign that there's likely a sense of a lack of fulfillment in your life, or like a feeling like your dreams have not really manifested that inner happiness that you're looking for. Like it's just on the precipice, it's just on the horizon. You can see it, you can smell it, you can sense it, but it's the growth, seeing the fruits of your labor, and seeing the growth towards this Ten of Cups, is likely feeling like long journey. Not a long journey, but it something it's likely feeling like it's taking longer than you would like it to take, ideally. I've been trying to balance having a constant woman in my life while not letting my insecurities of self and material desires dictate my actions. Now that's really interesting, Kay, because that goes right back to this Nine of Pentacles reversed as well. That's also a big part of the Nine of Pentacles reversed is um, being guarded in love and in romance, um, usually deriving from a fear of material instability. I think I mentioned that, but yeah, it goes direct. I think that goes directly with what you just said. Um, yeah, balancing having a romantic partner in your life, that when I say being guarded in love, I don't mean like you're afraid of love. It sounds like what you just told me. It's not that you're afraid of finding love and falling in love. It's more you. I think there's more insecurities, um, fears that are derived from insecurities, um, which is why it can be hard to stay in the moment sometimes. So focused on goals and future, lose focus of the present. Right, right. You're not. It's difficult to just allow things to flow, and to stay in the present moment if you're. And that also goes back to the Six of Wands reversed. Okay, measuring your success, comparing. I'm not saying you're comparing your success and your sense of of, of confidence and yeah, success and stability, to others. You're on your own journey, and the right woman for you, um, will love you and want to be with you despite what your metrics of success are, or what other people's ideas of success or stability are. Everybody's situation is totally different, and every person is totally different. Every person's um, needs and desires are very different. Um, so I understand the insecurity. We all have different insecurities, whether it be regarding our looks, our finances, our career, whatever the case may be. Um, and yeah, what I'm getting here from Spirit is that it's all there for the taking, but these insecurities that you have are likely what's keeping you from acquiring this Ten of Cups. Um, Fear is the opposite of love, and Ten of Cups really is a card of love. Um, and if you're fearful of someone not accepting you for who you are, and you feel like you need to like level up in some way in order to have a romantic partner, um, then that would for sure keep someone from beginning that journey, starting that path towards finding that person. And also, still managing your life and everything and staying in the present. And then we have this moon reversed card right underneath. The moon reversed here is rather interesting. And when I said interesting, I meant, hey, Tisha, hi, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. And when I said interesting, what I really meant was a little confusing. I'm going to need some clarity here. So I just got some clarity, and this checks out with what you've been saying, what I've been seeing here. The moon reversed. When we're looking at the moon reversed in relationship, or in regards to love, relationships, the moon reversed is often indicative of fear and paranoia regarding love. Um, and I don't think you're paranoid about love. But I think that And I don't think fear is the right term to use. I think it's insecurities, feelings of insecurities, or not being where you feel like you should be as a partner to someone romantically. Again, that goes back to, your journey is unique to you and you alone, not measuring your success by anybody else's, and bearing in mind that the right woman for you is not going to judge you for those kind of things. She'll love you for who you are. And yeah, I'm the same way. I think a lot of us are the same way. We have preconceived notions as to the type of person we're supposed to be in a relationship or in a friendship or as an employee, and or as a daughter or as whatever. And the truth of the matter is we're all unique, and we all have our own strengths and our own weaknesses. And you have so much strength. As I'm touching the strength card here, that's so funny. And you've got a hell of a lot of strengths. You've got a hell of a lot of strengths. And I think just the only weakness that I'm seeing right now is this fear, this insecurity. Again, I don't like the word fear here. It's more just insecurity I'm sensing, in regards to your ideas of how you should, the place you should be in life in order to be in a relationship. Everybody and anybody deserves love, so long as they're good, supportive people with good intentions. Just because someone isn't, a multimillionaire doesn't mean that they can't have a partner. Just because someone has, maybe they're neurodivergent doesn't mean that they can't have a partner. Just because someone is, like, there's so many different things. Like, there's so many different examples I could give you, but everybody deserves love, including you. And I know you're holding yourself to a high standard, as many Leos do, and that's important. But I think the bigger picture here is that I see a man who is very ready for romance, and but he doesn't see it himself. Well, I think you're ready for romance, but there is something that holds you back a bit from moving forward, from taking action. Although you did take action, with the girl at your gym, and that's wonderful, that you did that, and that, because that's really what romance and dating is all about, is taking those chances, taking those leaps of faith, and just going for it. I mentioned earlier that there's like a fundamental imbalance here that I'm seeing, and here we go with this Justice reversed card, and yeah, the imbalance that I'm seeing is, it's not so much that there's an actual injustice. It's more of an imbalance, and I think we can also take this quite literally too. Looking at the Justice card, obviously there's scales here. Now, what do scales do? They weigh and compare. And I think right now you are currently comparing yourself to others, whether they be actual individuals that you know, or an idea of who you're supposed to be as a partner towards someone, or who you want, the idea of who you want to be as a partner towards someone. And I think the art here is also, specifically with this deck, is very, very insightful. She's looking at her reflection, but the reflection doesn't match her. She's looking into the water at a reflection and it's a different face, that's telling me that when you look at yourself, you're not seeing. I'm not telling you that you're not seeing yourself and that you don't, or that you don't know yourself or you don't understand yourself. But I get the sense that there's a lot within you that you're not seeing, and there's a lot with, yeah, I think basically I think there's just a lot within you that you're not seeing, or you're misperceiving, if that makes sense. And then right in the center we have this Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is being solid, sustained, paid work, which I don't think really goes with this reading here. So I want some clarity with this as well. Yeah, so I want to stay on this topic of romance, because you made a really interesting or a really insightful statement there earlier with this Eight of Pentacles. When it comes to romance and love, the Eight of Pentacles is, yeah, about putting in the work. It's about cultivating relationships, taking that action, moving forwards. So this is, Spirit is telling me, from what I'm seeing here, Spirit is telling me like Kay is totally ready for love, even if he feels like he's not. In terms of who he is absolutely, not only is he ready for love, but he would be such a wonderful partner for, like, any woman would be so lucky to be with you. And then right underneath, yeah, we have this beautiful King of Wands here. That's you, man. That's your court card. That's the Leo. That's the man of action. That's the man who takes action. That's the man who believes in himself. We're going to dinner. There you go, dude. There you go, my friend. Dude. Congrats. Not congrats. I shouldn't even, I mean, I don't know how, I get, yes, congrats. That's awesome. But I'm so happy for you, and I am excited for you. And please let me know how it goes if you don't mind. I'd love to hear. I have every reason to believe that it will go well. Yeah, yes, virtual high five, dude. That's awesome. That's the next level. That's what's up. You two have, or I hope you have just a wonderful time tomorrow night. And that's what I'm thinking, dude. Is I really think that now is the time to let go of these fears, these insecurities, and just move forward. Because you're the man, dude. You're the man. You're the King of Wands. Spirit's saying now is the time to cultivate a relationship. This Ten of Cups, first card, like that says so much. It's kind of had me tweaking. You mean like butterflies, like excited, nervous, that mix between excitement and anxiety? There, I mean, physiologically, the feelings of anxiety and excitement are very similar. You know, our heartbeat raises. Sometimes we perspire. Sometimes our tummy hurts. A lot of the same physiological responses. So you're probably feeling a little bit of both right now, which is very, very normal, as I'm sure you know. I know this isn't your first date with her, but it's like the first, it sounds like it's the first like romantic, like special, more intimate date. All of the above, like stage fright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's a totally normal thing, okay? I think that's why most dates, people meet at bars and have a drink. I think it makes a lot of people nervous, even though I know this isn't the first date. I know this is like this feels like the first like serious, like romantic date. And by serious, I just mean next level, you know. I think that you're going to find that it's going to go very smoothly, and I think it's going to be successful, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. I'm very glad you told me that you guys are going on a date. Yeah, I understand where you're nervous, you're excited. It happens to me before first dates as well. And I mean, sometimes it doesn't if I'm not super stoked or don't really know the person super well that I'm going on a date with. Sometimes I'm a little blasé, but if it's someone who I've been talking to for a little bit, then yeah, it does. It's nerve wracking, but it's also exciting. And Spirit is saying here that your horizon is very, very bright. Your future, your horizon is very, very bright. The light is just within your reach. There's a lot of hope, a lot for you to be hopeful and optimistic about. The star is my favorite card in the deck, as you know, or I don't know if you know that, but I say it so much that you probably already know. It's my favorite card, um, and it's a harbinger of good things coming towards you, good fortune, and especially paired with this beautiful strength card here. Um, Spirit is saying, King of Wands, strength. Like you've got this. You have there's so much within you that you're not seeing. There's so much within you that you're not, and it might just be temporary. It might be you're not seeing these strengths and gifts within you right now because you're nervous. You're nervous about tomorrow night. But Spirit's saying that you've got this. Now is the time. Now is the time. And it's like you're more ready than ever. This is a great time. And also with this strength card, I think that strength and the King of Wands are both signifiers that sparks will fly. Sparks will likely fly between the two of you, and as I'm sure they already have, but I feel like they will in a deeper, stronger way. But we do have this Page of Wands reversed right underneath, which again is signifying to me that Spirit is saying that to not Spirit is trying to remind you that during this time, the stress that you're experiencing is due to the fact that your life is approaching an unexpected change. You're on the you're on the precipice of possibly being in a new romantic of possibly being in a new romantic relationship. And so yeah, these feelings that you have right now, fear, of stress, stage fright, as you mentioned it, it's just about it's all regarding to mostly regarding to well, as you mentioned, insecurities, but also that a change, a major change is coming into your life soon. That's interesting. Okay, I thought I saw. I didn't see the Six of Pentacles at first, but I was going to say when I pulled the Justice reverse, I was like, I'm surprised we didn't see the Six of Pentacles here, but it is here. Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, Six of Pentacles reversed is usually indicative of some kind of imbalance again. It could be an imbalance, a fear of imbalance, like power dynamics, a fear of imbalance in power dynamics, a fear of imbalance in affections, a fear of imbalance in finances. But these all, and then right underneath, I was going to say, I'm surprised we didn't see the Nine of Swords here, the fear card. Well, this is so weird. Six of Pentacles reversed, and then we have the Nine of Swords reversed. These fears that I keep on seeing, Spirit is saying that they will be abating with this Nine of Swords reversed. Nine of Swords upright is anxiety, insomnia, fears, and when it's in its reversed form, that's what we like to see. That's Spirit saying that what you're worrying about at this time is going to be a thing of the past. And lastly, we have this beautiful Queen of Pentacles card. I feel like this is her. I feel like this is her. especially with this being the last card, I feel like Spirit is saying, hey dude, like we recognize that you have some feelings of insecurity, but you are so ready for this Ten of Cups, for this Queen of Pentacles. It's time for you to cultivate this relationship because there's wonderful things on the horizon, and you've got the strength, you've got the chutzpah, you've got it. Life is changing for sure. It's good change, but change is unknown because I only know what I can control. Trying to go with the flow feels easier said than done, but I do it. Yes, I agree with you. Going with the flow is definitely, it can definitely be much, oh, you mean harder said than done? Or it does feel easier said than done, or more difficult? Yeah, I mean, staying in the present moment is a challenge. Sometimes it can really be a challenge. If we focus too much on the past, that often leads to depression. If we focus too much on the future, that can often lead that can often lead to anxiety. Um, Staying in the present moment is very grounding. Yes, there's less that you can control, less variables that you can control. Actually, I would disagree with that. No, staying in the present moment doesn't mean just going with the flow. You still have, when you're in the present moment, you still have a sense of you still have control in your life. Like right now, I'm in the present moment. I'm on my live stream. I'm reading for you. I'm going to be leaving in about 20 minutes, and that and those are all things that I have control over right now. And we just received. Um, Hi, Scylla. Hello, hello, hello. I missed you too, love. Yeah. So sorry, I lost my train of thought there, Kay. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, there is more that you can control in your life than you would think. Um, in terms of staying in the present moment. Most definitely. Um, I think a lot of the times we feel like we have more control when we're focusing on the future, but you can stay in the present moment while focusing on the future as well. That you can definitely maintain that balance too. You are so welcome. Absolutely, absolutely. And oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that I eased your stress, my friend. Thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. Scylla, will you be staying on? Hope you're good. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm going to be on for about another 20 to 30, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, I'm going to be on at the latest for another 30 minutes, um, 20 to 30 minutes. So if you do have a question, love, you would want to ask it now. Um, but that's obviously entirely up to you. All right, so thank you again, Kate, for your donation. I really appreciate you, and I'm glad I brought you some some peace of mind there. I think that the date tomorrow is going to go great. All right, love. All right, thank you so much, Scylla. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Scylla, for your donation, girl. Let me go Hi, Felicia. I was going to donate for a mediumship. I will wait. When will you be back on? Oh, love. I'm leaving. I'm only going to be on for about another 20 to 30 minutes, Felicia. Um, so tonight is probably not the night to do a mediumship. Um, but I will be on tomorrow, Felicia. Um, where is wait? What did I just do? Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Sorry, you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. Will, sorry, my B girl. I slept for a week. Oh whoa! After moving, typing. Sorry. Oh, you're all good. Yeah, I've been sleeping a lot, girl. I slept almost all day. One of these, I think it was, yeah, Wednesday. I just could not stop sleeping. I was so exhausted. Yeah, moving will definitely do that. And Miss Felicia, I don't know if you're still there, love, but we could always do, um, oh, no, you probably wouldn't. Mediumships are difficult to do privately. Um, so yeah, tomorrow would probably be the best time, love. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Felicia. I'm sorry about that. It's Friday. Shabbat shalom. Gotta go to synagogue tonight. Oh, thank you, love. How is W feeling about me currently now and the silence between us? How long have the two of you um, not spoken? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Oh, it's Pisces season. It's so tiring. Yeah. Yes, yes, it is Goddess Day. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is W feeling currently towards Scylla? Since they stopped talking. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How is W currently feeling towards Scylla since they stopped talking? Scylla, did you want me to just ask how he's feeling, or did you want me to do the thoughts, feelings, and intentions? Hey, Lorraine, welcome, welcome. It's been 2 weeks since you last spoke to W. That wow. The TFI. Okay. Thank you, Lorraine. You're still here, Felicia. Oh, I was just gonna suggest possibly doing it privately, but then I realized that that would be too difficult to do privately unless it was by appointment, which you don't need to do. So I can see if he plans to reach out. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Since they've stopped speaking, Ancient Messengers and Spirit Guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Since they stopped speaking, Ancient Messengers and Spirit Guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Since they stopped speaking, Ancient Messengers and Spirit Guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Since they stopped speaking, Ancient Messengers and Spirit Guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Since their silence. Ancient Messengers and Spirit Guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla? Since their silence. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla since their silence? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla since their silence? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what are W's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Scylla since their silence? I'm trying to get out of isolation mode, exhaustion mode. Girl, yeah, I know that feeling. I was in a survival exhaustion mode, and I have to force myself to be social and not isolate myself, which is what I'm doing tonight. I needed women's support. Ah, so happy you came on. For sure, love. Yeah. And I'll be back on again tomorrow, too. We have Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands reversed. Oh, and I sent you a message on Instagram, girl. Seven of Wands reversed, Nine of Swords reversed, the Fool, and Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so your general energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I see that you still very much value, obviously. I mean, I'm not just saying that because you came here and asked me that question. I can do it privately. Just let me know when you are available. Yes, really message you. Oh, that's how infrequently I answer my Instagrams or look at my Instagrams. The thing about scheduling it, Felicia, is that it does cost extra for a one-on-one. That's why I was hesitant to offer it to you because it is an additional donation amount. Unless I did it the other private way, which is over Instagram or email, but I can't do that for mediumship. So sorry for the confusion there. But yeah, if you did want to schedule a mediumship privately, like like an appointment over Zoom, we could also do that as well if you wanted to. Totally up to you, love. So with this Ace of Pentacles, with your general energies, Scylla, this is telling me, and I'm not saying this just because you came here and asked about W, but you still very much value him and still see him as a potential beginning for you. I know you guys have already know each other and there already has been a beginning, but you know what I mean, like a beginning of a romantic connection and or a proper like regular business connection. However, his general energies, we have the four. So it's been 2 weeks since you last spoke to each other. That's so weird. I swear I thought I read for you last week and you guys had still were talking, but you're obviously not lying to me. I'm just misremembering things. But damn, 2 weeks? What's this man doing? His general energies, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. You know, Scylla, I'm not here to beat around the bush or sugarcoat anything. I don't know any better way of, like, any kinder way of saying this, but while your general energies, we have this Ace of Pentacles, you're holding on to something. Four of Pentacles is reversed, is literally letting go of something. Yes, I heard it about the producer hesitating. Oh, you heard that the producer was hesitating? The last you heard? Now, with his general energy, is this Four of Pentacles reversed is definitely an energy of letting go. Now, does that mean that he's completely let go of keeping you in his life? That I don't know. That, you know, with it being Pentacles, it could be what we were talking about earlier, where he wants to compartmentalize and either wants you romantically or wants to work with you. You know, it's either, I feel like it's either one or the other with him. So it could just be a case of him not wanting to proceed to work with you. His thoughts towards you at this time, I'm sorry, one moment. His thoughts towards you at this time, we have the Seven of Wands reversed, which is also a little concerning to me. This is telling me that, because Seven of Wands is all about, is feeling like something is worth defending, something or someone is worth fighting for, a situation or a person is worth fighting for, is worth defending for, is worth defending. I don't think he thinks that at this time. There's something that he's. It looks like he's moved on, love. I'll be honest. Of course, I'm going to be honest. I'm always honest. But this is what I'm seeing. His thoughts, Seven of Wands reverse, and I'll get some more clarity just to see if there's some other definition that's beyond my 30 plus years of knowledge. But yeah, Seven of Wands reversed is usually like surrendering, giving up. Could also be a breakup from external pressures. So, you know, you mentioned that the producer was also involved. This could have just been a stressful situation for him that he's not wanting to deal with, because stress, fear, anxiety, right here in the center with these feelings. We have the Nine of Swords reversed. Something about this connection between you and him, something about the situation between you and him was causing him anxiety. He was very confused at first and very cautious. We talked about that at length. And I think part of that was stemming from a place of fear, as I mentioned. I do think that he's been hurt a lot in love, and not just in love, in work, in friendships, and who hasn't, but he's extremely guarded, and as he was when I was reading for him like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And that's another thing that I think I think he feels like he needs to let go of, is this, the working with you and setting it up has been stressful for him, or was stressful for him for whatever reason. And he doesn't feel like he wants to deal with that anxiety, with those fears anymore. And then with his intentions, we have the Fool. The Fool is walking away, is taking a journey in a different direction. Now that could be interpreted as he wants to take this in a non-working direction. But as you mentioned to me, I think you told him, maybe you didn't, but I know you told me that work was more important to you than a romantic connection with him at this time. And that that could be the case. It could be he's like, I'm, especially with these pentacles, like I don't want to deal with whatever stressors were attached to organizing, working together in a consistent way. And I think part of that does have, of course, had to do with his attraction to you, his desire towards you, and his guardedness, and his overall guardedness in general, and his desire, or not desire, but like his, one of the ways in which he tries to protect himself, I feel, is by, doing his best to compartmentalize the different parts of his life. Not mixing business with pleasure, trying not to mix business with pleasure, but business with romance. So, yeah, this doesn't look great, just in the sense that you mentioned that you guys haven't spoken in 2 weeks, and I'm seeing these cards of walking away, these cards of letting go, walking away, not wanting to stress or worry anymore. And again, that could very well have been attached to his desire for you. And there could also very well be feelings of insecurity there. Well, of course, yeah, there are. We've read that many times with him. The man is, he puts up a good front, but he's wildly insecure, and I think he's, I don't want to say he's a worrywart, but, and I should be the last person to call anyone that. I'm definitely a worrywart. But I do think he deals with anxiety for sure. And for whatever reason, well, I think, but not for whatever reason, for I think all the reasons that we've been talking about for the past month or so, his guardedness, his distrust of people in general, his insecurities, the I'm feeling so many different things about it, but I'll donate again for more context. Okay, it's 4:30. So I need to leave right after this reading. So donations are now closed. Thank you so much, Scylla. And I have to leave. Well, basically, the rule typically is a mini reading is 5 minutes, a full reading is 10 minutes. I almost always go over, so this has got to have to be a 5-minute reading. I'll do it. I can maybe do a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but I'll do my very best. Okay, love. Yes, Miss Felicia. Yes, Miss Felicia. I look forward to seeing you, love. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. So, sorry, you want more context. Do you want me to elaborate on those cards, or do you have another question? Because you said you wanted more context. In friendships, do you see closeness or surface level connections? For me, I see closeness and emotional availability and time with boundaries. I'm just curious. Hope this isn't weird. No, that's not weird. And I'd love to answer you when I'm not pressed for time, Lorraine, because that's a very interesting question. I will answer you. Please come back tomorrow because that's something I really want to answer, or reach out to me on Instagram, love. You're going to ask another. Okay, please go ahead and type your question, love. Thank you. So do I see closeness or surface level connection? Oh, closeness. I don't do surface level connections. When it comes to surface level connections, those are great for networking. You know, that's where I keep surface level connections. But in friendships, no, I need depth and closeness for sure. With emotional availability and time and boundaries for sure. Yeah. Okay, so how is W feeling about me now overall? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W feeling about Scylla overall currently? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? Messengers and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W feeling about Scylla overall currently? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, how is W currently feeling about Scylla overall? What time will I be on tomorrow? Tomorrow I should be on around 4 p.m. Yeah, around 4 p.m. Hey, Brittany. No, I'm sorry, love. Donations are closed for this evening. But I will be on again tomorrow, Brittany. I will be on at 4 p.m. around 4 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you. Just click the notification bell, and then you'll know every time I go live. I'm so sorry, Scylla. Yeah, I can only be on for an hour. We have the Knight of Cups reverse, Knight of Swords reverse, the Moon, Seven of Pentacles, and Judgment. Okay. Starting with the Knight of Cups reversed. I don't want to say that he no longer considers you to be Scylla, I'm gonna just say it. At this time, he does not consider you to be a romantic partner. He's and things change. And I'm not just saying that to keep your hopes up here, but we're talking about current energies at this time. It's not to say that he doesn't think you're attractive or kind or a good woman. It's just there something shifted, and I think it's because I posted another guide. That's possible. That's possible. Yes, because something shifted. Um, and etc. Yeah, something is shifted here, and again, that's not to say I'd be hard pressed to think that he's no longer attractive to you. He's or that the things that he liked about you in the past he still doesn't like about you. It's not that. It's something. Yeah, it's a shift. Something shifted. And with this Knight of Swords reversed, you're definitely you're still on his mind. He still thinks about you a lot. And I think it's kind of like he's processing a breakup that never happened, or processing the ending of a relationship that never happened. Because you are definitely on his mind. With this Knight of Swords reverse, and when the Knight of Swords is reversed, it's almost like it's overwhelming. Like he's thinking about you so much to the point where he found that it was starting to interfere with other things in his life, and he was feeling stressed. He was feeling frustrated. Seven of Pentacles. He was feeling anxious, and at a certain point, I don't know when it happened at some point over the past 2 weeks, he came to some conclusion like, this is really stressful for me. I think it would just be best if I just stay in the dark here, with this Moon card right in the center. The Moon, when I first started reading for him, remember how often the Moon would show up? All the time. And this Moon card is telling me that he's choosing to remain in the shadows, like literally. He's choosing to remain unseen, unheard, which explains the lack of communication between the two of you in the past 2 weeks. I don't know if it explains it fully, but it does give one explanation there. The Seven of Pentacles. There were feelings of frustration. You mentioned that you did post another guy. That could lead someone to feel frustrated if they're attracted to someone. And then we have this Judgment card. I take this in both ways. Judgment being an ending, or like Judgment Day. Judgment is a card of endings, a card of big shifts, of big changes. But in this sense, I'm seeing it more as something, him letting go of someone and something, because you guys also were working together. And remember when I first started reading for him, and the Moon was always coming up, and I was telling you how he is very, very guarded and wants to know, like, absolutely everything about you and be totally certain before moving forward with you. That's almost impossible to do for anyone. You've got to spend time with someone. You've got to get to know them in order to come to that judgment call. And you guys haven't spent that much time together. You guys have talked on the phone. You've talked quite a bit, but you haven't spent enough time together for him to know who you are as entirely as a woman. That takes time, and that also leads me to believe that he treats his other romantic endeavors like that. Which leads me to believe that I don't think he often has romantic partnerships. He's so guarded and fearful in love. As I was saying to Kay earlier, fear is the opposite of love. If he's got all this fear within him, holding him back as it was holding him back in the past, that likely does not lead to harmony. And I mean that in the romantic sense, in the literal sense. You guys were making music together. It prevents that from happening. And I feel like he's kind of just like put up his hands, and he's just like, instead of like worrying about this and stressing about this, I don't want to deal with this. But I feel you are not the first person who he has come to this conclusion with. I feel like the last time he had a girlfriend was like a while ago, girl. And I haven't seen what you read yet, and I still want to finish my thought. I don't think he's had a girlfriend in a very long time because of this. He's guarded with everyone. He's guarded with everyone, and not just romantic partners, but especially romantic partners. Less so with business and friends, but especially with romantic partners. And it often leads to him, or has led to him, being primarily alone for a long time. Okay, I see. Hopefully energies change because my other girlfriend reader told me he's really sad and misses me, but is avoiding me, but not on purpose. But it's regarding the producer, so I'm confused because I'm more worried about work right now in this time. I always say I can't speak for any other reader. I will agree. He is upset. He's not happy. He's not happy. As I was saying with this Knight of Cups reversed, it's not that his feelings for you have gone away. It's that he's denying them. So that to me is someone who's unhappy, someone who is sad, someone I do think he's missing. I do think he misses you. But I think that, and I've seen this with guys before, and I've seen it in other readings, I've seen it in my life, I've seen it with friends, where I don't know if men just feel like they can separate logic from emotions, but that's what I see him trying to do, is to attempt to logically look at this instead of listening to his heart. Because his heart right now, yeah, I agree. I don't think he's happy. I do think that he is disappointed. But I also feel like I do feel like he's done this in the past. I feel like this is a pattern. I feel like it's a defense mechanism. I absolutely need to go. Thank you all so very much. Much love and light to you. I will be on again tomorrow. I'm sorry this was such a short session, but I've got to go to synagogue, and I will be on again tomorrow. Scylla, if you want any clarity on this, reach out to me on Instagram, and I can give you some clarity. Other than that, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Much love and light to you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.